emergency adjustment and putting his hand tool on that automatic slack adjuster. Don't worry about it. If you see this type of slack adjuster, there you go, there. This one's got a square adjustment bolt on it, so that's a 5/16 size wrench, right? This one actually turns to the left to tighten it up and adjust it. Yeah. But this one has a locking pawl on it too. So before you put your wrench on your adjustment bolt, you have to take a screwdriver and lift up that button and release your adjustment gear in here so that you can turn it with your hand tool. So you have to hold that button up with a screwdriver and then put your wrench on here and turn it. This one's a little bit more complicated to set up. But once you've done these ones, then you know how to do it. You're going to see in the video how those are done.
Take your automatic slack adjusters for granted. Although they're designed to maintain a consistent shoe-to-drum clearance, they must be checked regularly. The National Safety Code requires a daily check of brake adjustment. You may also be required to stop and check brakes before starting a steep highway descent. An en-route automatic slack adjuster adjustment is an emergency procedure and is designed only to get you to the nearest service center. Before you check an automatic slack adjuster, remember to secure the vehicle from rolling or moving. Then release the spring brakes. Build up air pressure to maximum. Then turn the engine off. If you can pull more than 5/8 of an inch, an emergency manual adjustment is required. If the adjuster has a hexagonal bolt, it sets up with a clockwise turn, or to the right. Fit a wrench or socket around the bolt, and turn it until solid resistance is met. This indicates the shoes have contacted the drum. Now, back off half a turn to restore running clearance. Backing off may take a great deal of force, and you may hear a ratchety sound or feel. This is normal. If you're facing an automatic slack adjuster with square adjusting bolts, do not attempt adjusting until the spring-loaded pawl that meshes with the internal teeth has been disengaged. You'll see a 3/4 inch hexagonal cap located on the slack adjuster body. Some of the hex caps are equipped with a round button that can be pried up slightly and held using a screwdriver. If you're dealing with a unit that does not have this button, you must remove the hex cap, spring, and pawl. Once the spring and pawl is disengaged, an adjustment can be made. Automatic slack adjusters with square adjusting bolts require a counterclockwise or left turn setup. Tighten until the lining contacts the drum. Then back off about a half a turn. Remember, repeated manual adjustment of an automatic slack adjuster will result in failure of the slack adjuster. This is only a temporary fix to get you to a service center or depot and back on the road safely.
Yeah, it's too bad they didn't show the driver stepping on the brake pedal. I was talking to Ralph, and we were going to develop our own video and then submit it to the government to see if they'll put their stamp on it. But I don't know, maybe we'll do it when weather warms up a little bit still. Back to disc brakes. You know what the thing about disc brakes is? They don't need any adjustment. They're constantly adjusting themselves. Just like the brakes on your SUV or your pickup are constantly adjusting themselves. Yeah? All you drivers have to do is just check pad and rotor wear. That's it. With air disc brakes. So why wouldn't you go to that system? It just makes your life easier. Yeah? Yeah? And it's a far more superior brake. It gives you more braking power than a drum brake does. And it dissipates heat quicker if you're heavy on the brake pedal. Right? So that's a way to go. That's gonna be the norm. Drum brakes are going away in the museums. Yeah, guys in the logging and the oil and gas industry will probably stick with old school technology like that. But if you're over the road and you're always gonna stay on the asphalt and never go out in the bush, that's the way to go. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I tell everyone who's gonna buy a new machine, make sure you get air disc brakes on it. Why bother with drum brakes? Yeah, it's just old school technology. Serves us well, it's done well for many, many, many years, but it's time to upgrade. Quick review. Who's ultimately responsible for the brakes on your machine? The driver is, yes sir. Why is a brake with incorrect adjustment dangerous, especially on long downgrades with hot brake drums? You're gonna get brake fade, you're gonna heat up those drums, you're gonna lose your braking power, and you're not gonna be able to stop. You're gonna have a runaway coming down that hill. That's a term they call that a driver has lost control of his machine. He's driving a runaway. It's coming down the hill, totally out of control. He cannot stop that machine. Identify the items needed to inspect and adjust the brakes. Flat ground, a set of wheel blocks, tanks full of air, your brakes release, both valves in, pair of safety glasses, maybe a skid lid, a flashlight, and possibly a hand tool. If they're not adjusting through your foot brake pedal, you'll have to put a hand tool on that slack adjuster to get it within adjustment again. How much air pressure on the service brakes is required to measure applied stroke? Yes, actually the correct answer, money, is 90 to 100 psi. Yeah. What two indicators confirm that the adjustment bolt, when you're using your hand wrench, is on your slack adjuster is being turned in the correct direction? There's actually three indicators, but there's two primary ones. The first one is push rod travel. Is it going into the chamber or is it coming out as you're turning with your hand tool? It better be going in and not coming out. That's your first indicator.
Your brakes, the gap in your brakes.
Yes, your liners. Are they recessing away from the inside of the drum or contacting the drum? And then the other one is your S-cam rotation, right? So as you got your wrench on here, right, and it's turning that way, then you know you're going the right way because you're putting the rod back in the chamber. If it's rolling out and turning this way, then you're pulling the rod out of the chamber. Stop turning your wrench, turn it the other way. So there's actually three indicators. What's the advantages of automatic slack adjusters?
They do it automatically.
Yes! Yeah, all you have to do is step on the brake pedal from the warm comfort of your vehicle. You don't have to go open up your jockey box, grab a bunch of frozen hand tools and put your hand socks on and dive underneath your machine. Yeah. All you have to do is now is after you made your brake adjustment, grab your little LED flashlight, and if you got your girlfriend with you, get her to step on the brake pedal and walk around your machine and see how much push rod travel is coming out of every chamber. That's how easy it is to check your brakes nowadays, you guys. It doesn't get much easier than that. I mean, pretty soon with this new Tesla trucks, maybe your computer screen on that Tesla truck will be able to tell you all those things and it'll be all automated. You'll just push a button and they'll just tighten up by themselves. I imagine with that new Tesla truck, they'll probably get away from pneumatics. I don't know, I haven't done much research on that new Tesla truck, but they might just move over to electric brakes.
It's a motor on each tire, right? So it's all in the motor.
It is, eh?
There's no brake pad.
So it's the motor that actually brings.
Motor.
Yeah. So there you go.
There's
So
no brake pads.
that's the future, you guys, right there. Yeah. Look at that. So as the years roll by, things are getting more and more automated. Pretty soon, us truck drivers are going to be out of jobs because the trucks are going down the road all by themselves. That'll be a scary moment. Yeah. It's bad enough with humans behind the wheel. Never mind a computer. Yeah. Why is it a manual adjustment of an automatic slack adjuster not recommended? What they mean by a manual adjustment is that you have to actually put your hand tool on it.
It needs beginning to start failing.
It is, it's failing you. If this is not adjusting through your foot brake pedal, right, it's not tightening up, and you're having to put a hand tool on it, it's failing you, the slack adjuster, and you need to get it off and put a new one on right away. See, where I work, the mechanics don't show up till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because that's when all the trucks start coming back, around 6 or 7 o'clock, right? So that when all the drivers come back in, they hand in their hours of time that they were out on the road that day, their bills, their load bills, and your DVIR. Because if you experience any mechanical breakdowns throughout your day, you just document it on your DVIR, you hand this sheet in at the end of your day, and when the mechanic shows up at nighttime to do his shift, he'll look at every driver's DVR. And if there's any repairs to be made, he'll do it that night, if it's doable, and then your machine is ready to roll the next day, right? Because if you're a company driver and your machine's not rolling down the road, you're likely not getting paid. That's why I could never understand why company drivers, if you're sitting at home, you're not getting paid. You want to show up to work every day, right? I need a paycheck every end of 2 weeks too. I don't want to be sitting at home. I need my truck running the next day. And that's how good trucking companies work. All repairs, small repairs are done overnight, so the machines are ready to go the next day. Can a brake adjustment be checked from the cab of your vehicle by making a full brake application and then checking for initial pressure drop of 8 to 10, 12 pounds on your gauges? No. No.